He'll look to throw it. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Pickett back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. 'Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Right, 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. First down, and they go back to Harris. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
Pickett. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early
some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Pickett. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's Austin. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Only able to gain a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And here's another carry for Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They run for it with Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They run with Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They run with Harris, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the 8, it's 3rd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Hurts changing up the play. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. Now inside the 25, DeAndre Swift, touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Can they come through on this point and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down?
This time they stay on the ground.
Running free at the 45. Najee Harris moving inside the 20.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Smith, the man in motion left.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
They'll toss to Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down and 8.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
Throwing is Hurts. This one complete down the field to Galley.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here is 3rd and 5. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
In motion right is Watkins.
Hey, easy, 63, bang. Crowd left, Yannis.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up to 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's caught, Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run again with Harris. And now off to the races down the right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Pickett.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
So no gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he gets it a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you are without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Harris. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Boswell's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
We're now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
63.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. This from 48. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with the ground. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Hey, Silver. 73.
Hurts will throw.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Second and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clear.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin.